Hey guys, so we've been playing this classic movement for the longest, right? In the key of C, right? We've been doing this for the longest. So if I'm in C going from the 6 to the 2, you'll hear this. All right. Let's just say I'm doing a 7-3-6. So you're going to hear that. So you should keep that. That's classic. But let's add to it. So if we're doing a song like I Love You, Lord, today, instead of doing this, we're going to do something like this. All right. Let's do that 7-3-6. All right. Yeah. But so I did it on a 3. I can do it on a 6. All right. This right here, you're going to be able to take anywhere. All right. So if we're on the 6, we have that dominant 7 flat 9, right? So all of this is based off of some type of flat 9 chord, which is these dominant going to the minor or major. Okay. Now I'm on the family of 4 dominants. I'm heavy on that. Check this out. So instead of doing this, all right, so if you never played that before, this is how it goes. So all right, these are just movements to get creative on playing this dominant diminished chord, right? What I'm doing is this time around, I'm looking at the actual diminished chord I'm playing and I'm separating them, and I'm saying, well, I have a G, B flat, D flat, and E, right? I'm going to think of the dominant scale, the G dominant scale, B flat dominant scale, D flat, and E. All right. Now, the other way I did it was I usually say, no, you create your family of 4 dominants off of the bass note, right? So you'll have that A dominant 7, but we're going to get to that. So check this out. Watch the USC. So I did this. That was based off of the G dominant scale, which is the G major scale with the flat 7. That's your dominant scale. All right. Now, this is the formula. Okay. So it doesn't matter which key I decide to do it off of. If I go to B flat, if I'm still in C, right? But let's just say I'm switching the inversion and I want to play it just like this. I can do this. All right. Okay, so the formula is the same. Take this formula. So it's going to be 1. You're going to have the 2 in your right, the 7 in your left, 3 in your right, flat 7 in your left, 4 in your right, the 6 in your left, the 5 in both hands. This is how you know you're playing it right, because once you get to this point, the 5 should be in your right and left. All right, so now, in your left hand, you're going to have the flat 5, and this is where you stop. So it may sound like a lot of numbers, but it's, once you get it, you're going to have it, right? Okay. Now, some may ask, how do I know which major chord to play? Like, how do I know? This is what you're going to do. Once you get to the flat 5, you just go a whole step over. So in this case, I'm on the C sharp or the D flat. I'm just going to play an E flat major chord. That's root position. I'm gonna play it in second inversion, because look what happens. It gets us to our diminished chord that we need, right? Okay, so most of us have been playing this diminished chord for the longest anyway to get to our 2. Now, once we play it, you can kind of think in the moment, if you have the time, wait a minute. Okay, so I can go to any of these dominant 7 scales and do that movement if I have the time, right? So I love you. Okay, and the reason this works is because the melody is E. So all right, this is I Love You, Lord, today. So I'm able to, all right, so I left that melody, but I got back to it. So Okay, so again, let's do this. So you're just going to move that melody note up a half step. All right. Let's just say I want to do it over the B flat, not necessarily doing that song, but let's just say you are, all right. And I'm choosing the scale that's in my thumb. So if I'm playing this inversion like this, see the diminished chord by itself, if the G is in my bottom note, I'm going to do that scale. Why? Because it's right here. Like I don't have to move too far to the left or right. Okay. So it's right under my hands. Okay. If I play it like this in this inversion and the B flat is in my thumb, then I'm going to go with that scale. Does that make sense? All right. Okay. So that's just how it goes. Let's see. I did it off of the 3. Same concept. Usually you'll play that diminished. All right. Either a D diminished, F diminished, A flat. It's all the same. Look what I decided. I went off of the F dominant scale. Okay. Think of the F major scale. Just add the flat 7 in there. I'm going kind of fast because I don't want this video to be too long. I think you guys can kind of grab this concept and just practice with it. I promise this is going to make you so fluent because you are always thinking of other scales, and sooner or later it gets to a point to where you don't have to think about it too much, right? All right, so check this out. We have the formula. My right hand should do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sharp 5 in a way, but once I get to that sharp 5, I'm playing the chord. So check this out. Okay, I'm gonna do that again because we know our left hand is 1, 7, flat 7, 6, 5. Once we get to that flat 5, there's a B. So wait a minute, if I go a whole step up, where do I end up? C sharp. So I play that C sharp major chord, first inversion. All right. Okay, so it's gonna work every time. So this is the formula. Now this works because I'm thinking about the melody of the song. So I think I did I love you. I love you. Today. I think is I think on that D, that's the melody for the most part. Because you care for me. All right. So I knew that over the 3, I was gonna play a D note in my right hand. So of course. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Now, of course, you got to know when the right time to do it, but this will sound really cool if you just kind of throw this, out there to say you're playing soft. All right, and then, okay, so yeah, so I hope that makes sense. So anytime you're playing a transition chord and you're going from the 6 to the 2 or the 3 to the 6, and you look and you see you have that diminished chord for your flat 9, right? It really does not matter the inversion. You can literally say, well, let me take those notes from my right hand, that diminished chord, and do this little run. Okay, this little let me see if I did an A flat. So all right, so I'm going from the 3 to the 6. All right, now I haven't practiced that for the most part, but I know the formula, so I'm able to just do it with ease at this point. Okay, so let me see this. There we go. All right, so just play around with that. Okay, the goal is to become more fluent, so I'm going more of the scale route. Okay. Some people, they take one chord, then they go up a half step, then go up a half step. For me, I like to where if I get concepts, I can kind of take that and just move it around. And using these diminished chords, a flat 9 or however you want to call it, I feel like take that chord and then you have 4 different scales you can play off of. Well, if I get used to doing these 4 scales, remember, it's only 3 diminished chords in general. So it doesn't matter what you're going to be in a certain key. and realize like, wait a minute, this is the same flat 7 flat 9 chord that I did before. And this is what I mean. Really quick before we go. So if I'm in C and I'm going from the 3 to the 6, look at what diminished chord I have in my hand, right? I have a D diminished chord, or B diminished chord, A flat diminished chord, F. Check this out. Let's go to the key of F sharp. Let's say I do a 7-3-6. Okay. Let's say I want to go from the 3 to the 6 again. You see what chord I'm playing? I'm playing an A flat diminished. It can be a B diminished. Does that make sense? It's still a 7 flat 9 chord. So I can go deeper with that, you know, as far as if we want to go the theory route. But I'm saying that now I can take that same idea. I can either do A flat, B, D, or F. So I'll do it off the A flat since my thumb is there. So check this out. If I'm doing all right, we'll just stick with that. Well, okay. All right, so I'm on that 3. I got to go from the 3 to the 6. So what's in my left hand or my right hand? B. That's in my bottom note, right? The B. So I need to do that movement. So I know my right hand should do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sharp 5. My left hand should do 1 flat or 1, 7, flat 7, 6, 5, flat 5. Here we go. So let me see. All right, that was my first time doing that too. So all right, so Will's in the key of F sharp. So watch this. I think is so. Here we go, right there. All right, so it's not as clean because I haven't practiced that, but I have the formula though. So when in my practice time, I can literally just go through all the diminished chords. Okay, it's only 3, so you're going to end up using the same diminished chords. All right, so if you get this in B, if you get that and then say, well, what's the next one? D. I'll do it right here. You see what I'm saying? You're going to play the same diminished chord. So you're going to be fluent in no time. All right. Leave a like, a comment. Let me know what you guys think of this. All right. Talk to you guys soon.